Well, good Tuesday morning. Grab your coffee, hunker down. We've got our first snowstorm of the season coming pretty early, and it is looking increasingly likely that we'll see over that 4-inch amount in the Twin Cities, which would make it the earliest 4-inch snowfall on record by about a 10-day period from what the previous record was. Snow has started, of course, within the last hour across the metro, and we do have some heavier bursts of snow. You can see those on the radar there starting to pop up as yellow. We'll take a look at that, but we do have a winter weather advisory across most of Minnesota, central Minnesota, including all of the metro into western and northwestern Wisconsin, and that is through the day today as we see that snow fly through the day, heavy at times here heading into the afternoon hours. So we are looking at substantial snowfall for most of us. We're not really easing into this winter here. We're going to get a pretty good snow here after not even any accumulations last Friday. Officially a couple tenths of an inch, but we never really saw that on the grass. So there's that winter weather advisory. Here's the radar. You can see those yellow areas, again, off to the west, out towards Hutchinson, Glencoe, making their way towards the metro. So we are going to get some heavy bursts of snow here midday into the early afternoon, and the snow will fall most of the day today, all part of a larger swath of moisture you can see extending back into the Dakotas, riding the edge of some very cold air. That's the setup here, unusually cold air for this time of October, about 20 degree below normal temperatures, helping to create this contrast in temperatures and squeeze that moisture out of the air. Temperatures are right near freezing this morning too. In northern Minnesota, very chilly. We're talking about teens up around Ely and up into the Boundary Waters area this morning, so very cold. And that is just the ripe setup here to get that snow swath to fall across Minnesota. We're right near freezing here in the metro. Of course, the ground isn't frozen yet, so that is the one thing that still will hamper some of those totals. So when I'm running through the models here, you're going to see totals that are much higher than what we're forecasting because we are going to get some melting and compacting of that snow, and the models can't really account for that very well at this time of year. So here's a look at the models. That snow has spread in the dark blue area is some of those heavier snowfall rates that we'll see. On the southern edge of this, in far southern Minnesota, it could be a mixture of drizzle and snow where it'll be just warm enough, but we are expecting it to stay snow all day in the Twin Cities and areas north, and that's why the South Metro will be some of the heaviest snowfall totals out of this because they'll be right on the edge of some of the heavier precip where it's just cold enough to stay snow the whole time. And this time of year, it's all about getting heavy snow to get that accumulation because the ground is melting it like a frying pan. But if you get those bursts of snow, it can add up quickly. But it's going to melt through the night while we sleep anyway on top of that warm ground. Here's the evening hours, 7 o'clock, still snowing, though lighter than what we'll see through the afternoon. 8 o'clock, still lingering snow. It does look like by probably 10 o'clock this evening, we'll see that snow wrap up in the metro. Still snowing, though, up along the North Shore and in northwestern Wisconsin, and still pretty cloudy and should be dry tomorrow. So here's the shorter term models that we use, showing, really illustrating what we're kind of expecting here. Again, don't pay attention to the specific numbers. It's going to be a little lighter than these values, but generally we're going to see a heavier swath of snow set up just south and into the South Metro of the Twin Cities and into western Wisconsin. That's where we are probably going to see some 5, 6, maybe even a 7-inch amount. Generally across the metro, still looking at probably 4, 5, possible 6-inch amounts in some of the southern suburbs. So again, this is one model. They all generally kind of agree on the same scenario. Here's several models lined up, all showing generally you can see that purple pink area, that slightly heavier band, all setting up through the South Metro or just south of the Twin Cities. So showing you that, not for the specific numbers. Some of these models are pumping out 9, 10-inch amounts, which we won't see. If it were January, we would, but not in October. But just to show you that general relative setup here of heavier totals just to the south of us. And then we're looking at rain moving in Thursday, and it's really just the difference of temperatures aloft are going to be slightly warmer. Northern Minnesota will see more snow. So this will start up probably tomorrow, Thursday morning, light rain showers, snow across northern Minnesota, wrapping up late Thursday night. Could have a few flurries on the back end of that. But again, another round of some snow probably for northern Minnesota. They could see several inches of snow setting up there across the northern part of the state again on Thursday. So 2 snowfalls for northern Minnesota. They won't see as much out of today's, but they could get a little more out of Thursday's system. So again, here's what we're expecting, about 3 to 6 inches for most of the metro. But again, southern suburbs, you're looking at those 5, 6, 7-inch possible amounts. And I wouldn't be shocked if somewhere in central or south central Minnesota does get an 8-inch amount, and then lighter amounts up to the north where they're just going to see less moisture and cold continues. 20 degree below normal temperatures. At normal highs about 56, 57 degrees. We are way below that right through the weekend. Again, it will be warm enough aloft to see some rain on Thursday, but then as we head into Sunday, pretty chilly, and that means another shot of some snow showers. So it's all about winter weather here over the next several days.